Ready, gang? How's everybody doing? Good. All right, how many, all right, we got 4 guys this week. We're getting better.
Right.
Thank God for Northwest showing up. We got 2 Northwest guys here, thank God. Yeah, so, I don't understand it here. I don't
I
understand.
thought they transferred. They love the.
They do, but they keep coming back from work. We miss you guys. And we got Steve number 5. Now we hit our mark here, you know? Come on down. Come on in, gang. Come on. Before we get to Justin. Justin, you're good, right? We don't see you, but you can see and hear us, correct?
That's correct, sir.
Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent. Justin! We all love Justin. He's supposed to physically be here, but scheduling conflicts and all that stuff, he's comfortable in Arizona right now. But I'll tell you more about what he's going to talk about in a second. But before I forget, let's do the early bird thing. Okay, we got some folders, we got a little mouse pad, not 1, but 2 t-shirts.
2 t-shirts.
Are they medium?
We got a large and a medium.
Alright.
We got a little candy. We're trying to get rid of these hand spinners. Jesus Christ, please come take these. Get them out of there. We got 8,000 of them. They're for you. You want one?
I mean, I do support the sport.
Everyone knows what these are, right?
Come on.
No,
Sorry.
how do you use it?
Yeah, no, Mark,
Don't know how to use it.
yeah, it's just you sit there
It's like
and.
it's
I put one hand in my bag right now.
Boy.
Pride.
All right, Suzanne, drum roll, please. Who's the winner?
The winner is
Number
number
13.
16, the Heather Garrett.
Heather Mirage. Where is she?
Should be nice.
Very nice. Very nice. This is, we will 1099.
Thank you.
We get 1099 in the mail.
$3.99.
Just so you know, free 99.
Right.
Let's not go there, okay? Move on. All right, Justin, we'll be back to you in a second. In case you haven't noticed all the boxes outside, if you were here during COVID, we did a big thing for Ukraine. Same exact thing. We put little toys and shoe boxes and shipped them over to Ukraine. We had over 1,100 boxes. But we did it for a while, like a month or so. This is only a 10-day window we're doing this. And Roy it was really his idea, because he has family in Israel that are directly affected by what's going on over there. So if you want to bring in a little shoebox, throw some toys in there. Roy is going to be on Channel 13 tonight, and I think he's going to be in the RJ later in the week. So a little exposure for Roy, a little exposure for one group, but it's a really good thing, okay? It really, really is, okay? Just the cost to ship these things over there is like hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's insane. It's crazy. And I think Roy found a hookup with someone that has a private jet that's gonna take them over for free. Right? We're trying to find out who that person is. He's one of these anonymous, wealthy guys or gals that don't want the publicity. So that's kind of cool, but we'll try to get out of who that person is. At noon today, if you hang out from noon to 12:15, is a 1 CE credit with Lee Dreisen. You'll get actually a CE credit. We'll probably have some lunch for you guys. It's a really cool class where he talks about the powers of attorney, because those are starting to come up more and more. How to use a power of attorney. I remember when I started, I thought a power of attorney was a power of attorney, but it's not. There's all these different kinds, and real estate and LLCs. It's really confusing. Okay, so Lee will help us with that. And then if you want to sign up for another CE class that's free, it's in November. 30 ways to lose your license. I've taken this class probably 30 times. Swear to God, really good class. I mean, you'd be surprised how you can lose your license. You might say, "No, Lee, you're full of shit. I can't lose my license for that." You can. Okay, so he's going to cover all that stuff, and it's a fun class. But you have to sign up, please. If you want to come to the class today at 12, and you haven't told Suzanne, you need to tell her, like immediately. Well, not immediately, but after the class, because she has all the forms and all the certificates filled out. So if you want to come, just let Susan know, okay? Also later on today, if you want to run out from 4 to 6 and go see Mary, she's speaking on a panel for NAREP. Who knows what NAREP is? Who wants to say the letters?
National Association Housing.
Hispanic real estate professionals.
Oh,
Yes,
Hispanic.
Hispanic real estate. Just like this VA rep, there's ARIA, Asian, whatever. This is the Hispanic real estate professionals. Really cool. Yeah. But Mary's on a panel with some other folks, so if you want to spend a couple bucks, have a nice meal, check out Mary. That's today at 4, right down the block.
What are they talking about?
Canyon Gate, diversity. I think it's unity and embracing diversity. Very wide subject, not sure what that is.
Our
but,
portfolios.
but my guess is embracing, all different cultures, all different ethnicities, all that kind of good stuff, keeping the playing field fair for everybody. If you're bowling tomorrow, show up about 4:30ish,
About 5.
about 5 at the Suncoast. Bring your $25.
And we want everybody to come. Who's coming?
Do we have, yeah, let's see who's coming.
Who's coming to my
That's
birthday
it.
party?
It's so much
There's
fun.
also a birthday party.
You can bring your whole family, you can bring your
You could
family.
just hang around and meet up with other.
And you might win something. There's gonna be 5 or 6 or 8 giveaways, I
Yeah,
think.
there's raffle, we're gonna have a raffle.
Raffles, you know. And all the money goes to
make
Leukemia
a
Lymphoma
donation.
Society.
Or you can make
Okay.
a donation afterwards, we'll be out here.
And how many years have we done this?
Pardon?
How many years have we done
9
this?
years.
9 years. Okay, 9 years, so.
And
It's a lot of fun.
it's amazing, there are so many people that have been affected by leukemia, lymphoma. There are movie stars, all kinds of people, like Mr. T, who knows Mr. T? He had leukemia,
Clever name.
lymphoma. And I can't think of anybody else right now, but I'll research it even more.
Well, the one person that got us started was her brother passed away from leukemia. He was young, he had 4 young kids, and it hit him fast and hard.
Yeah, 8 months. That's a timeline if you're, you know, you do a chemo, you do whatever, you know, you're just about passing away. Then they get you with the bone marrow and it didn't work, so he went right back down. So it's, and there's agents in here that have been affected with it, so.
Yeah, try to
we want
come.
awareness.
Yeah.
I can't bowl because of my shoulder. Maybe I'll bowl lefty, but I
But
don't.
we'll take your
Oh,
money.
I
But you
want you.
take my money, you take my money. I know.
Well,
Okay.
against you.
And we
You're
have food,
always
we have
fun.
pizza, rock titles there, Epic Living is there. It's a lot of fun.
Beer
Okay.
and soda.
Beer and soda, all that kind of good stuff. Really cheap pitchers of beer from the Suncoast Bar, but it's great. It tastes fantastic, okay? But that's Friday, it's tomorrow. What else is coming up? In case, again, we took everything down, if you noticed. We have all 30 seats sold out. So if you want to come to Mary's event, you can. You're just going to sit somewhere with 500 other people, not with us. 3 tables were sold out, so it'll be a lot of fun.
I'm not a mean girl, you can sit with me.
Woo! That a girl, see? The Old Republic table, there you go, okay? Old Republic Home Protection, but it'll be a lot of fun. That's 2 weeks from Saturday, 2 weeks from Saturday, okay? And before I get to Stacia real quick, I don't want to do this one, I went a little out of order here. In case you guys forgot, the summit is coming up
Yay.
during Super Bowl, during all the craziness that's going to happen here in town. But the price is $777 a ticket. But I need 50 of you guys. And you might say, Tim, this sounds too easy.
Tim, I thought the original price was 11.
11, right. Then it went down to 777, and Suzanne is
If
raising.
you do not get 50 agents by the 31st,
Let's go
your
back.
ticket will go up to $999.
999, yeah, so the price
I have
is,
a question for you, because I happened to be at the Green Valley office the other day for their meeting. We get 50, it has to be per office?
no, just in,
So I
just
think they
in,
are looking for 20-something people.
we need 16.
Okay.
34. 34 out of 1,700 agents have pre-registered. That's
And
insane.
that's all you're doing is pre-registering. You just go online and pre-register, and they'll send you a link to pay. So
And don't
we
pay.
just wanna get
Just,
people
you're on the list,
registered.
if you get my drift, you know?
Yeah.
So even if you can't go because you're going to the Bahamas that week, pre-register.
Yes, everybody would do what we
Get the
would.
drift, get the idea here?
Got the idea,
You know,
right?
So that's the idea. Then we all get 555, okay? So that's what that is.
Let's
So,
do it.
And it's worth it, guys. I
Sean's
was
been to every
fortunate to
one.
go to the, yeah, since I started, I've been to the
Yeah.
2.
You're really
And,
He's been, were you thrown out,
thrilling,
He was a rock star.
impressive.
were you thrown out of the first one or the second one?
Well, that was,
That was just a minor glitch here, you know?
but it was a really good time. I would say, being a new agent, I'm just starting my 2nd year, and I've been to 2 of them already. I would say, do whatever the hell you gotta do to do it, because it was worth it. And each time, and the parties are unreal. We had freaking Shaquille O'Neal doing DJ for us. How cool was that stuff? And the stages, I mean, when you're watching them from the audience, and you see these people, the Molly Blooms, the Eric Thomases, again, Shaquille O'Neal comes walking out saying, "Where the hell's Mary Perry? Where's Mary Perry?" And it's like, huh? Alright, so there's some cool stuff, so again,
Very cool.
if I could encourage any of the new people, I'm still kinda new, I would say do it, man, it's
We had
definitely
Blue
worth it.
Man Group there last year too.
Yeah, and even the first
He's
year,
always
you know.
entertainment every day.
So much good
Yeah,
stuff.
really good stuff.
Really is.
All right,
Nothing like
gang,
it.
you know that we can't do half of this stuff without our
Yeah.
vendor partners, and one of our favorite home protection folks is Stacia Brandon. There she is, folks.
I know this may tie in a little bit to what Justin's speaking about today, so I'm just gonna pass these around. And, every now and again, when I'm here, you get these flyers that look like a little toolbox, that I hand out. And it's just a piece of paper, unless you register online for a toolbox. And maybe you have a toolbox, and maybe you just place an order from time to time, hopefully, and if you do, thank you so much. But we have marketing materials in there as well. And so this, the toolbox on the flyer highlights a little bit, but this is just a couple samples of a moving guide and a homeowner tip guide. They come in English and in Spanish. And once you choose a tab on your toolbox for marketing resources, there's little boxes. Any marketing resource that you choose, it will prompt you to upload your photo, your company information, never forget your license number so you're in compliance. And it will feed into all these templates. And, you can leave business cards at your open houses. You can hand someone a business card and it goes in their pocket, and maybe they wash their laundry and it goes to the wash and then they just throw it away. This might be something, the template is there. We can't print it because of RESPA laws, but the template is there for you, and it's something tangible with some valuable information in it that people may hold on to. And maybe they hold on to it for a week, maybe they hold on to it for months, maybe a year. They set it aside and they pull it out, and your cell number is on there, and they're ready to buy, list, rent even. Maybe their neighbor, they were talking with their neighbor about something, and their neighbor is upside down or is cash poor, but they have equity in their home, and they say, hey, I just pulled this out, and I remember going to an open house a year ago with this agent. They were really nice, and you give them a call. It's something that people are more likely to hang on to because it does have resources and information that they may use later, and it doesn't cost you anything to have a toolbox. And at least for future, the immediate future, your brokerage allows you to print within reason and within moderation at no cost. You can customize them with the specific home, or you can put just a picture of any home on there with those, it's really how you want to present it. But we do have these tools that can help stay in front of people's faces, and they don't have to cost you a lot of money. And as we are now in Q4, and we hope that even with the shift in this industry, that you can close an extra deal. This could be the tool that somebody holds on to and moves you forward into that next deal. We don't just have these guides, we have newsletters. Those can just be saved as a PDF and sent out to your database. If you don't know where to start with a newsletter. We have 15 years of newsletters in color, in black and white, in English, and in Spanish. And you don't have to mail them out. You can send them to your database. Touch your database. Send them an email. If it bounces back, maybe it's a good reason to call and say, hey, I sent you an email and it got bounced back. Where are you? What are you doing? What's going on? Do you need my help in any way? And so it just can be another resource for you to make sure that you're making those touches to your clients, getting new clients, and we just as ORHP want to be here to help grow your business. So if you're not utilizing the toolbox, and even if you have no orders, that's I'm just hopefully here to be an asset for your business. I don't require an order. It doesn't require you to place an order to have access to these things. Please utilize what you can with all your business partners so that it can grow your business, so you can stay in front of people's faces and you can be valuable to them in maybe a way that another agent isn't. So if you aren't working with ORHP or you have questions, I'd appreciate the opportunity to speak to you and earn your business. Thank you.
Thank you, Stacia. Thank you. Before Wendy pops up here real quick, two things before I forget. This website right here, competition.realtor, it's not .com or .whatever, competition.realtor. If you put that in your computer or your phone, it'll give you daily updates on the DOJ lawsuit, if you want to stay on top of that stuff. Really good stuff. Day by day, who testified, like yesterday, Gary Keller testified and the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway testified. And they give you excerpts of testimony, crazy stuff. They're killing these books, the other attorneys, like with the questions and, you know, you guys conspired to charge the sellers more money. It's really, really, if you like legal stuff, you're gonna love this, okay? But competition.realtor, visit it every couple of days, you're gonna really play-by-play blow of the lawsuit. But don't get caught up in it too much, because it's gonna take a couple of weeks for them to figure it out, okay? All right, Glenn, what's the latest? Ladies and gentlemen, Wendy Chow, there she is.
So, I get at least once a week, religiously for the past 3 years, I get an email from another realtor, from another brokerage, with all the events going on for the week. And I realized the other day, I was like, where's my email? You know, I'm looking for that email, and I was like, oh my gosh, because it's how I plan my weekend with my family, what I'm gonna do. So I'm like, why aren't we doing that? Because I'm looking at another realtor's stuff, and I don't know who she is, and no, I haven't gone to her website or anything, because I could buy or sell homes for my own clients, but the information she has, I use. So I'm thinking there's more people out there that will utilize this information. So what I did was I looked up all the places that we can find all the events going around town, around town. We all know about Nextdoor and Eventbrite. Facebook has events. LinkedIn actually has events too, and they're more like social networking events. So a little bit more for you guys, but my thinking is if you were to make a weekly flyer or an email post or a Facebook post of things that are going on, people are gonna start, you're gonna bring them to your page, your website, your Facebook, whatever, to just look for things to do. So you're gonna stay top of mind, because they're like, oh, I don't know what to do this weekend. Oh, you know, so-and-so always has something posted. So go there and look. Now this one I know looks a little crazy, all events, it is .in. But they'll tell you, all of these places will tell you about sporting events, restaurants, like concerts going on in town, any craft shows. Most of them have tabs, you know, family, sports, restaurants. So anything that you're looking for, all of them, I spent like an hour on all of them yesterday. I'm like, gosh, these are really good. You know, I myself haven't been going there. I've just been looking for this lady's email. So do something like this. You can even do mailers, you know, if you're, you know, send them to your sphere of things that are going on maybe a month in advance. Give them something of value, and they will always come back looking for you. So you can even make up a weekly calendar to share with your sphere on your Facebook. It doesn't just have to be weekly. Do it a month in advance, so then you have it, and you know. So anything that will add value to bring them back to you guys to stay top of mind. But you can also attend these events yourselves and go socialize, network there. Maybe some of the places you can get a booth or something like that, but you'll meet other people, you'll network with the people, but you can network with marketing yourself at these, but you'll meet the community, and that's the whole thing. You want to get out there, guys, and just meet and socialize with the community. So anybody has any other websites that I don't know of, but these are like the top ones that come about. If you guys have events that you're going to be posting, like you know, a class, a realtor and lender class or whatever, you can post them on there also. So I don't know if some of them have costs, but a lot of them are free, so think about that too. Maybe partner with some of your vendors and do some kind of a class to draw some buyers and sellers in there. But I think that's all for today.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, some more quick announcements before we get Justin to come up. Don't forget every Wednesday does a class at 1 o'clock. Various topics, but next week we'll be on the listing agreement and how to prepare the property, okay? So more and more of you are coming to it, not just the new agents, some experienced agents are popping in there too. Because we all need a little brush up on stuff, okay? Let's be honest, okay? So do your best to hop on those classes if you like. Everything's quiet in Maria, believe it or not. No one's been bad. No one's file is messed up. Yet, soon.
There's no business.
Just remember that next Friday, we're not here.
Yes, that's why we're closed for Nevada Day. Is it Nevada Day?
Yeah.
Okay, so if your check comes in Thursday at 2 o'clock, when are you gonna get paid? Who knows?
Monday. Oh, Tuesday.
Well,
Is it Monday or Tuesday? When do you get paid? Is your money?
yeah.
Comes in Thursday at 2 o'clock. When do you get paid?
After
After
Who
Who thinks it's
4 o'clock.
Tuesday? Who thinks it's
Monday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Who thinks it's Monday? It's Tuesday.
Oh, I-
24 hours. Again, if it comes in before 1 o'clock, you get paid the next day, if your file is correct. And that's a big if. You know, sometimes we're missing
How many are
things.
correct? What are the percentages?
We don't want to go there, okay? We fix them as quickly as we can. Because we don't want to hold your money. We want to give you your money, okay? But we're closed Friday. The office is open, but none of us will be here. Well, who knows? We might pop in, but anyway. Also, Rock Title can't be with us today, but they're always here in spirit. Tim and Anthony, if you need them for anything, you know how to find them. We have Justin instead. Justin's going to talk about these two things briefly before he does his social media. Because I'm going to harp on these two classes every Monday, every Thursday, one suite and one orientation. You got to get on these classes. You got to watch the repeat. You got to learn how to use our CRM. Okay. If one more agent says, Tim, you know, where do I put my leads when I get them? I'm going to throw this pointer at them. You know, you put them into your CRM. This isn't that hard. Okay. And we give you one for free. Probably one of the best ones in the city, in the country, called Sync for free.
Which rev up is that?
Which rev up, it's all of them, it's all of them, it's all of them. So Justin will touch on that in a minute. That's some of the classes he's gonna talk about. Don't forget, go to YouTube, search Realty One Group Summerlin, and subscribe to the page, okay? Like it, and all that stuff. You'll get little notifications from Amy when we post stuff. Volunteers are needed. Again, besides the boxes out front, we have a thing going on for the Animal Foundation, right? Animal Foundation. So if you have some stuff that old newspapers, old rags and towels that are clean, you know, bring them in. The shelter needs lots of stuff. So you can see that on the table that we have out there, that's stuff is being added to. And of course, we have the mission next month, November 7th, if you want to go. I think we have 4 or 5 of us signed up already. Only 10 of us can go. If you've never gone to the Las Vegas Rescue Mission for 2 or 3 hours, you need to go.
Can you bring kids or?
Yeah, they gotta be 14. They gotta be 14, okay?
And if you go, you get a hairnet to put on like that.
You do, they look great. They still look great, yeah, fantastic. Your business card, this is your business card, yeah.
That way it stays on.
It'll be a lot of fun. Don't forget, of course, we have the summit coming up, we talked about that, the pre-register. That's the Christmas party, we'll talk more about that as we get closer. And the big one is next Thursday, is the chili cook-off. I called my sister in New Jersey, she sent me my mom's chili recipe.
All right.
I'm gonna have one in there, but you're not gonna know whose is whose,
Right.
okay? And the winner gets,
Make it at home.
I don't know,
first
what does the
to
winner
make
get?
$1,000,000.
What do we get?
Bragging
We'll
rights?
come up with a prize.
111.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
You get maybe it'll be a free summit ticket.
Whoa.
Not a chance. No. No goddamn way. But participate in that. It's a lot of fun. I think Cora won last year. No.
No, charity.
Charity won. She always wins, I think. Did she win like 3 years in a row?
Cora won before and then.
Cora won, yeah. Cora did charity. So if you have a chili recipe, bring it in. Last but not least, the Tom Ferry event is next month. It's only $129 instead of $300. All of you should go.
What is the date?
All of you should go. November, what is it? 15th. Okay, it's in the packet.
And where is it again?
Lake Las Vegas, okay? You all should go. It's a great event, it's all day with Tom Ferry and his trainers. You leave there inspired and ready for 2024, I promise you.
What about,
Okay.
it's November 15th, what are the hours?
November 15th, we negotiated a price from $300 down to $129, just for us, for Realty One, okay? That's the rev-up schedule, and I think that's all we're gonna cover for now, because we've gone too long, and we'll get to Justin. So Justin is going to talk about, hey Justin, you're with us, right?
I'm here.
I didn't lose you, right? Okay, bear with me, I'm gonna try to get you on the screen without losing you. Let's turn up the volume here a little bit, so we can hear you. How do I get to him, Sue?
Go down to the PowerPoint.
Go down to the PowerPoint,
Click the zoom on the bottom.
click the zoom on the bottom. And we'll make him nice and big. That's not, what is that there then? Is that the full screen? Can anybody see? I'm blind. Okay. Hang in there, Justin. I'm trying to do this and it's, let's make it bigger. Are you sharing your screen, Justin? Or do I have to share mine?
No, you're sharing this.
There it is. Isn't this gonna make it bigger? Is it the view, full screen? There we
You
go.
need to unmute.
Unmute. Bam. All right, gang, there is Justin up in the second box. Justin's gonna wave. There he is. And I see you guys on social media all day, sitting out there, and it's phenomenal. Like some of these reels and stories, and how you guys do it, with the emojis, this, all that's great. You need to have that. But you need it to get your business, not just to show your family that you know how to do a reels, okay? And I think that's what Justin's gonna talk about, what platforms are working the most, because he does these classes for all the Realty One groups all around the country. So he has a feel for which ones work better than others. So, Mr. Taylor, we're patiently waiting for you to chit chat with us. So thank you for doing this, Justin. We really appreciate it.
Of course, no, thank you, and good morning, guys. Sorry I couldn't be there in person, but Zoom is better than nothing, I guess, and I will be there in November, so I will work with Tim and Susan and make sure that we can get something together that I can deliver for you guys. But before we jump in, just like Tim was saying, I'm gonna come in here and show you guys some of these classes. So if you haven't been to rockuniversity.com, ROCuniversity.com, and actually I'm gonna have you guys go to One Rockstars, ONE Rockstars.com, because that's gonna be the Realty One Group specific one. You can also access this in your One login. If you didn't know, this Rock University is a tile in your One login, just like OneSuite, One.u, all that stuff. But if you go to OneRockstars.com and click on training schedule, you're going to see our normal Thursday trainings, of course. Typically every Thursday at 1 o'clock, we do some type of training. It's either myself, or maybe we have Debbie DeGroat on, or a guest speaker. But the two that I want to focus on right now is I do a Realty One Group orientation every Thursday at 10 a.m. That's Arizona time. So I think in November we're switching. So it might be 9 a.m. your time. I'm not really good with the time zone changes. But currently 10 a.m. Realty One Group orientation. It's broken up into two parts. So part one, I go over SkySlope and SkySlope forms, not just how to use it, but tips and tricks, best practices. And then part two is an overview of all the tools and services and apps that Realty One Group gives us. Quick backstory, I know some of you, a lot of you have been in the trainings before, but I've also been licensed with Realty One Group since 2016 here in Arizona. So I know the tools very, very well, been on both sides. So we'll go through and break down each tool in there and give you guys some tips on that. In addition to the One orientation, OneSuite, every Monday at 1 o'clock. Every Monday at 1 o'clock. You can click and see the training schedule, click the little register today link so that you can actually register for any of those. OneSuite is an amazing platform. It came out a couple years ago now. They continuously enhance it. It's very robust. There's two parts to the platform. You have the back end, which is the CRM. Just like Tim was saying, where do I put my leads? Organize them, all my data, all that good stuff. How do I communicate with them? There's a lot of automation tools in that CRM, like drip campaigns, a lot that have already been added in there by corporate. You've got a complete website that's customizable to you. You can customize it to your domain, so maybe justintaylor.com or Justin Sells Las Vegas, whatever it may be in there. But it's so robust and just there's so many elements within that platform that every Monday we just break down a piece of it. That way it's more digestible, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. OneSuite is an elephant. There's so much in there that you guys can do. So I encourage you, it's Q4. This is a time, and we're going to talk about online presence, but this time that you're doing your business planning, your marketing, your budgets, all that stuff for the new year, I highly consider, if you are paying for a CRM or a website, you consider going in and using OneSuite. Even just adding yourself in there and playing around with it to see if you would even like it. But save you a little bit of money on that. And again, it's very beautiful. The front end, luxurious looking, fully customizable, all that good stuff. So again, OneRockstars.com. You can always get there through your One login, that little tile. But Thursdays, 10 a.m., Realty One Group orientation. And then Mondays at 1 p.m. we do our OneSuite training. And real quick, since we're going to talk about social media, if you have not been into VIP All Access, it's this little link up here at the top. Hopefully you guys can see that. You can create a login. It's free. You don't have to pay for this. And there's no waiting period anymore. You automatically will get approved. So you're going to create your login, go in here. Every single month, I upload social media posts for you, stories, a newsletter, several Canva templates. These are all free Canva templates. I'll never put a template out that you guys have to upgrade to Pro for the elements. But once you get in there and you scroll down, I've already got November in there. If you're in our private Facebook group, you probably saw that. But if you click on social media posts here, you're going to click on one of these links. I'll click on November. You're just going to say edit template. It's going to push it into your Canva account. There's usually 30 to 40 designs, so you can come through here and pick which ones you want. Again, it's Canva, so it's fully customizable. You can go through and edit everything. Quick shortcut, you can see my name in there. It's just default. If you do Control F on a PC or Command F on a Mac, and let's say we type in my name. Gotta move this box out of my way so I can see. And then I go in and just type in, say your name. I can say match case if I want to stay the same size, replace all, and now the name's been updated on all of them, so you're not going through to try to edit every single individual piece. The only thing that you have to do, you could do that for the email, the phone number, website, brokerage, all that good stuff. And obviously, I believe in Las Vegas, you guys have to have your sales number on everything, so you can add that in there. But you can use the find and replace feature for all of the text, and then you just drag and drop your new photo in there. So you upload your photo and then drag it over mine, and it will replace it. But again, these are all done for you. So if you're ever, one of the biggest things I get back from agents is I don't know content to post, I don't know where to start. And so I try to take those pain points off your plate, and this is a great starting point. In addition to that, real quick, the newsletter, by clicking here, again, it's going to ask you to push it into your Canva account. Fully customizable newsletter every single month. I put X's where the stats go because every agent likes to pull their stats from a different source. So again, fully customizable. You can change anything in here that you want. All branded to you. You just have to swap out your information and it's ready to go. Save it as a PNG if you're going to post on social media, or if you need to print it, you can save it as a PDF too. So a lot of great resources in here. If I go back and I continue to scroll down, these are all templates, Canva templates, seller templates, right? Each of these are different flyers, market updates, postcards, YouTube thumbnails. There's text templates in here. So a lot of resources in there if you guys want to go and register for that. All free. All right, let's jump in. I'm going to present here. All right, so how to dominate social media in 2024. This is going to be a mix between social media, SEO, and online presence. Because again, we're in Q4. This is a time that we should be scheduling and putting on our calendar to do our business planning, to do our online presence audit, to go through our marketing plan, what needs to be updated. And as we know, social media has become such a huge part of our lives, our business, all that stuff, but how can we leverage it? And what are some key takeaways that you can start implementing into your business now that's going to help you grow your brand awareness and just your following on social media? So we're going to go through here, changing your mindset. Okay, so social media has evolved greatly. It's become, they've become search engines. We're going to talk a little about that in a couple of slides, but social media has our attention, right? We all have our poison. Do we scroll on Instagram? Do we scroll on TikTok? Do we scroll on YouTube, right? Which one do we do? That is where consumer attention is. And what I want you guys to think about as you're gearing up for the new year is to change your mindset on how you see your digital ecosystem. So very similar to maybe a retail store, let's say Target or a fast food chain, whatever it is. They have physical locations, right? In our service industry, we don't necessarily have physical locations. Sure, you're sitting in a brokerage right now, right? You have an office, but that's not necessarily where people are going to just walk in and say, I want your services, right? We're so predominantly driven on the internet. And your online presence is a foundation to your brand awareness, and social media is a key component to that. We're going to dive in a little bit. But I really, guys, want you to think about changing the mindset, how you see your digital ecosystem. Because that's where the majority of our customers are coming in, finding us, or researching about us. So we want to make sure that that is all updated and accurate. Our digital ecosystem. So think about this. Just like I was saying, retail locations, there's a Starbucks nearly on every corner, right? Those are all different locations. Your locations are predominantly on the internet. It's not just another social media platform, but it's another opportunity for you to capture more business or potentially meet new clients, right? So Facebook, that's one of your locations. LinkedIn, one of your locations that are most underutilized in this business, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Do we all know what the X is now, right? Mr. Elon Musk, Twitter went to X. The little @ symbol, that's Threads. Realtor.com, right? That's a location. How many people actually have gone into the Realtor.com platform and updated their photo, their bio, their business description, their links? There's one hand back there. I love it. Right? Realtor.com is actually one of the most missed profiles. When I do an online presence or I work with an agent, the amount of times I go there and it's blank is astronomical. So again, each of these are different locations. YouTube, you've heard me preach about video marketing. YouTube is huge. Your website's a location, your Google business profile, your Zillow profile. And I get it, it's very overwhelming to keep up on these, right? It's very overwhelming to maintain them, but it's such a critical part of your online presence and just your digital ecosystem. So again, we're gonna talk a lot today, a lot of information. We're always taking in a lot of content and info, but I want you guys to write down, if something resonates with you through the next 20 minutes, I want you guys to write it down, and that will be your homework, right? You don't think that you have to go and implement everything we talk about, or, you know, it's just not feasible, okay? We have to do small bits at a time. So if something resonates with you today, please write it down, and that'll be your action item to take. But again, each of these locations is a storefront for you and another opportunity. You never know where your next customer is going to come from. All right, the cost of your digital world. So what do all these platforms have in common?
Free.
Free, right? They're all free. We know how much advertising costs. We know how much a store, right, would cost to have open. So all of these platforms are free. Give or take, maybe you pay for a website, okay? But hopefully you switch over to OneSuite because it's amazing. But all these platforms are free. So if you're going to go pay for a billboard or you're going to pay for digital ads even, I would ask you first, have you fully optimized your online platforms? So are you going to do sweat equity or check equity, right? Are you going to put in the work? Are you going to put it on your calendar and time block to go through and actually optimize each of these profiles, your online presence? Is you have the updated photo, right? Who's had a new photo in the last 5 years, right? We got to go through and make sure that we update. Or are you just going to write the check and pay someone to do it for you, right? Most of us just want an easy button for someone to do it. That's where you leverage certain platforms, maybe like Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, who does amazing freelance work for any type of digital marketing that you guys are thinking of. And just like what I said, more locations can lead to more opportunities. All those different digital locations obviously can lead to more opportunities. But again, like I said, I've been in this business 2016. I started out as a sales manager for the #1 team here in Arizona. I always encourage start small and manageable and then add more. You don't need to be on every single one of these platforms right now, right? Pick 2, pick 3, pick how many ever you can manage and consistently update. We're going to talk about that. Social media, the perception is you need to be active on these. So pick a few and blow it out of the water with those, and then you can add in additional platforms, right? Start small and then add in when you're comfortable with it, or when you can hire out. Our role of search engines, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but social media platforms have become global search engines. We know what the #1 search engine is in the world, right? Google. Number 2? YouTube. Who owns YouTube? Google. Okay. So, but each of these platforms, like Instagram, if you notice, if you go into search or even Facebook, hashtags are not predominantly shown. They're actually far over to the right, right? You show accounts, content, information. So people are going to these search engines and typing in moving to Las Vegas or, homes for sale and blah, blah, blah. right? People don't believe me when I say that, but I'm going to show you guys this real quick, because when we go to YouTube, and we don't think of it like this, YouTube as a search engine. Let me pause this video, go. And I say homes for sale in, look at all the results. Let's see, is Las Vegas on there? On the first, look, you guys are on page 1. You guys are on page 1. Homes for sale in Las Vegas, Nevada. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's obviously overwhelming. Does this really work? Do people actually use this? Absolutely. People are using these different platforms that are free to do their intentional searches, just like what we do in Google. So there's a huge opportunity. The problem is you have to be actually active. We can't just check a box. Oh, I every morning waking up, I need to post something, so I'm gonna hurry up and post something and maybe do a couple hashtags and moving on, right? You're not engaging, you're not actively creating keywords and content in that caption, which we're gonna talk about, all that stuff, right? But I just wanted to show you guys this because it is absolutely imperative for you to be on some of these platforms or to take advantage of these free platforms, because people are actually searching for our service throughout these. All right, so let me go back to you real quick. If you guys have questions or anything as we go through this, just feel free to interrupt. Keywords. So keywords are the new hashtags. You may have noticed or have seen that hashtags are very much less weighed in algorithms. So you remember the days where we'd put in 30 hashtags and it was beautiful and actually worked and all that stuff, right? They're just not weighed as heavy in compared to keywords. So what I would recommend is you take the time to write out your caption, add actual content there. If you're talking about why it's a good time to buy in your post or whatever it may be, spend a little bit more time on creating, I'm not saying paragraphs in your caption, but I'm saying more than what you're used to doing, right? As opposed to going heavy on hashtags. Keywords are searchable. Okay, so when you're going to Instagram and you're typing in, places to eat in Las Vegas or moving to Las Vegas, whatever it may be, right? All those keywords don't only help the algorithm of the platform you're on, let's say Instagram, but it helps Google, right? All of these different locations help your SEO, your search engine, and the more you're on these and active, the higher you're going to rank when someone does a search. Do we have a question in the back?
How do we know what is a keyword?
What do you mean?
A keyword is honestly any verbiage. So even this right here, social media platforms have become global search engines, right? Those are different keywords put in. But for you guys, and specifically in our service industry, keywords are going to be things like homes. Homes for sale in geographic location. Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a keyword. Henderson's a keyword. Summerlin's a keyword, right? Homes, single family homes, condos, high rises, rentals, investments, right? You have to think of keywords that are your target audience. Buying, selling, investing, right? All of those are keywords. So when you use those over and over again, when we talk about SEO and using keywords, it just means when you're writing a piece of content, you're using words like that over and over again. So you're talking about Summerlin multiple times. You're talking about homes for sale several times, Las Vegas, whatever it may be in there. Okay, so keywords can just be really generally any word, but you want to be specific and target your audience of who you're actually trying to work with more. Okay? Did that answer it?
So we
Cool.
just write in our
So I want you guys to think more about, was there another question?
No, I just wonder, we just write in our post, wherever we post, these keywords, and then they go automatically in the search engine?
Yeah, so anything that you guys, I think it was a little bit hard to hear, but anything we are posting in our captions or basically on the internet is going to be combed through search engines. So if someone goes and does a search for, Justin Taylor, Las Vegas, and I'm consistently posting on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff, I am more likely going to rank higher and show up on page 1 if I'm posting those keywords consistently. So everything we post on the internet goes into the big pool of information and content. So when someone does a search, like on Google, they're going to go through, Google goes through and combs the internet and tries to match the information, and then it's going to help you rank higher if you're using those keywords more often.
So what's better, keywords or hashtags or both?
I would do both, but I would go heavy on keywords and the content and the caption. Okay, so when I say, I'm like, not one line, I would go a little bit heavier in the content. You don't need to write a novel, but I'm just saying, like maybe a little paragraph. In hashtags, I would recommend 5 to 7 hashtags, maybe 10, okay? But you want to split them up. Micro hashtags, macro hashtags, okay? Let me explain that. Micro hashtags means your local audience. So Las Vegas Realtor, Summerlin Realtor, Las Vegas Homes for Sale. Those are micro, right? That's your market, that's your target audience. Macro means global. So hashtag real estate, right? Because that's global, that's everywhere. And the reason you want to mix of both is for the macro, you want to push your content out there. You want engagement, right? You want all that traffic, all that good stuff. However, you definitely want micro because the whole point of all of this is to convert more business and meet more of your target audience, right? We're not just posting just to post and gain a huge following. We're actually posting so that we can get in front of our target audience. So that's why I recommend the micro hashtags, think local, macro, think global. Things that would be available everywhere, right? Does that make sense?
Hey, Justin, I got a question. Tell me if this makes sense.
Yeah.
I've seen some Facebook posts from agents where they'll put a picture of their house, just listed. Hello, Summerlin agents. Here is my hashtag Summerlin listing. And then throughout the body of it, they put a hashtag with the word Las Vegas in the body of the Facebook wording, if you know what I'm talking about, as opposed to at the bottom with the other 8 or 10 hashtags. Is that the same thing?
For sure, yeah, it works the same. So the hash, as long as you're doing the little hash sign or pound sign, whatever we've been trained to think it is, but it works the same. Whether it's in the actual piece of content or you're putting them at the bottom of the caption, you just never ever want to put hashtags in the comments. Okay, you never want to put hashtags in the comments. Comments are not swept for the algorithms. Comments are not swept.
That's what I was saying. I've seen some agents put it in the comments as they're describing their listing. Not a good idea.
No.
Bad idea.
No.
Okay.
A comment like below. So you have your post, your social media post.
Okay.
Yeah, in the actual comment where people are leaving comments below where they can like and everything. You don't want to do that. You don't want to put in the comments. If you're doing that, they're not even, the hashtags aren't even working. Right? They're not active. Comment sections are not swept. Comment sections are not swept. But if you're putting it, like you just said, check out my new hashtag listing in whatever it may be, like Summerlin or wherever it is, that's fine. That's absolutely fine if you want to do that instead of just putting them below what's in the caption. But yeah, do not put them in the comments. However, we are going to talk about Facebook in a couple of slides here, and links, right? We add links in our posts. So, and we're talking about a little bit more, but your Facebook post, when you post something, whether your personal page or your business page, and you get like a couple likes maybe or no engagement, it's not you. It's me. No, I'm kidding. It's not you, it's the algorithm. Okay? And I'm going to show you guys a couple examples why. Like Nike has 34 million or 36 million followers, yet they post something and they get 40,000 engagement. Now 40,000, every one of us on this call right now would be happy with. However, it's not proportional. It's not proportional, right? So if you have 36 million followers or likes or people that follow you, your engagement should be higher. We'll look at Target as well. They have 34 million followers and they get like 427 likes, right? It's not proportionate. So it's not that necessarily you or the content that you're posting, it's just the way that the algorithm is designed But don't think that your content that you're posting isn't getting in front of the correct audience, right? The algorithm is doing the work behind the scenes. But we'll talk a little bit. Does that answer your question on hashtags?
Yeah.
We're good? Okay, all right. I'm gonna throw in a couple of stats here for your SEO. We know that Google owns just a little bit more than 92% of the global search engine market. Okay, so 92% of the world go to google.com to do their searches. Bing.com is second with just over 2%. Just over 2%. So Google. 90% of people globally only look at the first page of search engine results. That's why having all those different locations, okay, all those different locations is important because that will help you rank higher. The more locations you have across the internet and information and you're constantly updating, that's the big takeaway from today is we have to be active. We can't just check a box on social media. That's how you're going to dominate it in 2024 is by being active. And a lot of you are, just like what Tim said. I see amazing reels coming out, just your guys' office alone, for those that we follow each other. So some of you guys are doing an awesome job. But being active consistently throughout these platforms and on the internet is what's going to help you get to first page if you're not already there and maintain first page. 97% of consumers search online for local businesses. I mean, it's virtually everyone. That's why I'm saying we don't have necessarily a physical location. We have to think of each of these profiles or platforms as a store location. One person that we end up working with loves Facebook, but they're never on Instagram. But that's okay, because you might meet somebody on Instagram, right? Everyone has their own platforms or media outlets that they love to use, and we just have to be there for when they stumble upon our information and they become part of our ecosystem, and we're posting good content, valuable educational content from there. And then 64% of people trust online search engines the most when researching. So don't forget, it's not just Google is a search engine. YouTube is, Instagram is, Facebook is, LinkedIn is, right? All these platforms have now been, the way that the algorithm works and the way that they've been enhanced is they are search engines. How do you optimize your digital ecosystem or your social media platforms, anything on the internet? So contact information. Something in digital marketing world is called NAP. It's name, address, phone number. Those are the three most important things. Okay, name, address, phone number. So a lot of times I'll go onto a profile or do an audit with an agent and the address is different or their phone number has been changed or whatever it is and it just hasn't been updated. Okay, so again, when somebody does a search, Google goes through and combs through the internet and pieces information together, and if you have different phone numbers or different names or different addresses, it's confused and it doesn't think that you're a real business or you're a real person. So it actually hurts you. So you want to make sure you go through and do that. Links and website URLs. Links and websites are probably the biggest thing that I see not correct on profiles. Right? We switch websites. We're always sold a shiny object in this industry. Right? We've all been sold shiny objects. And we switch platforms, but we forget to go through and update our online ecosystem and all these different platforms. And that's one of the biggest killers in ranking higher. Photos and media. I joke about it all the time, but if you haven't had an updated headshot, highly recommend it. This is the time. Any media that you're posting, your listings, you standing in front of the Sphere, right? Who's created a video yet? Who created a reel for the Sphere? This is amazing content. Things that are going viral, you want to leverage and take advantage of. So you standing in front of a new restaurant or a new subdivision or a new build or whatever it may be, you want to constantly have the updated media. File names. This is something I haven't really talked about a lot in the past, but as we continue to go along here, we're going to get a little bit deeper. File names matter, right? We upload a photo to wherever it is, whether it's our Google business profile, Facebook, Instagram, or our website. And we don't change the file name, right? We've all seen the file names, IMG underscore and a bunch of gibberish numbers or just numbers in general, okay? However, when you upload any type of media to a platform, it actually reads that file name to better understand or potentially understand what is in that piece of content. So if I'm uploading a photo of me in front of the sphere, or a new listing, or whatever it may be, and it's IMG underscore and a bunch of numbers or whatever it is, it doesn't know what's in that piece of content. It doesn't know what's in that photo. However, if I change that file name to Justin Taylor, Las Vegas Real Estate, Summerlin Real Estate, 123's Main Street listing, whatever it may be, right? Think about that. What is in that piece of content? Add your name to it, add your geographic location, and maybe what's in that piece of content, and then upload. A couple of things with that. One, it helps the platform you're uploading it to understand what the image is. And two, gives you an opportunity to actually start showing up in Google Images. So when people start searching, moving to Las Vegas, moving to Summerlin, selling in whatever it may be, they want to see more of that area. They're researching. So now they're in Google Images, and one of your photos there is popped up. They click on your photo, and what happens when they click on that photo? It's going to take them to whatever platform you uploaded that to, and now they're in your digital ecosystem. Now they're getting deeper into that rabbit hole. So think file names. They do matter. Next time you upload a different piece of photo or video, you want to make sure that you are updating that file name. How do you do that? Well, when it's on your computer, you're just going to right click or double click and simply just change the file on there. Okay. Again, when we talk about SEO, we're talking about, you want to make sure that it's your name, your geographic location, and then a brief description, a couple of words of what's actually in that photo. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is your bio or business description. Go through all your social media platforms, your Google business profile, your website. This is the time in Q4 to better optimize your bio or business description. A lot of us have our traditional bio, tells a little bit about the story, but it's not actually optimized. Do you talk about, accolades and everything is great, you should include those. However, do you talk about who your target audience is in your bio or business description? Who is your target audience? Do you help home buyers? Do you help new home construction? Do you help people looking for high rises? Do you help condos, land, investment properties? Right? Who is your target audience? New home buyers? Who's your target audience? What do you help them with? Do you specialize in BA? Do you even talk about that in there? Right? Think about that. When I talk about keywords, that's what I mean. You want to make sure you're highlighting in all of these places who your ideal audience is, what you help them with, geographic location, all that good stuff. A lot of times we just put Las Vegas. Well, I help people find homes in the greater Las Vegas area, Summerlin, Henderson, North Las Vegas, Boulder, I think is another one there, right? Capitalize on all of those different areas in your descriptions so that you can rank higher that way as well. Reviews, of course, we know reviews are important. Google Business Profile is going to be your first place that you should get those reviews at. And make sure you're always replying to your reviews, because reviews, when you reply, it expands on the conversation and story. But also, if your client didn't talk about geographic location, you can in the reply. So, Stacy, I'm going to use your example only because you're on my screen, but in a review, I could say, Stacy, it was so amazing to help you find your dream home in Summerlin, Las Vegas, or in Summerlin, Nevada, right? So you can actually help the algorithm by increasing your ranking and using that geographic location. So you want to make sure you're always replying. Google Business Profile should be number one for reviews. Then I would say Zillow. We all feel how we feel about Zillow, but again, huge platform, a big store. That's a big store, and they let you have a free profile. Okay, so leverage that SEO. If you haven't had a new review on Zillow in the last 6 months, get one there, and then go all in on your Google Business Profile. I wouldn't necessarily just do 10 reviews in 1 week, right? Google has become very sticklers on it, and it could be flagged as spam. But you want to make sure that maybe 2 a week, right? You're getting those updated. And then, of course, post and activity. We talked a little about this. This is why you start small and then grow from there. You have to be active on social media. How many times do we just go in to wake up in the morning, I need to post something, and I throw a 1 sentence there and maybe some hashtags, and then I move on, right? We're checking a box. However, social media, the intent was to be social. So we have to engage. If you comment or like other posts, If you follow local businesses and engage with them, so those local businesses that are in your area, everyone that's following their profile, right, your ideal audience, there's a local Las Vegas coffee shop and you follow them, their audience is going to be local people in that area. And now they start to see your information and then you get more into the mix. But with all these algorithms, the way that you can get more engagement is by engaging yourself. Okay, so you need to post consistently and you have to have activity. Okay, you have to engage with those. All right, playing the algorithm game. What happens when someone does a search on any of these platforms? Right? Again, it goes through, combs, searches all those keywords, all that content, and then depending on where you are in the ranking, or if you're consistent, and your ranking factor is high, then you will be on that first page of results. The more active you are with, the nicer the algorithm is to you. Okay? Again, we can't just check a box. We have to play the game. We have to engage with people. We are a service industry. We're a human business. Keywords are critical. We talked a lot about that. So just think about that next time you're doing a post, whether it's a reel, even a video, whatever it is, right? What keywords are you putting in there? Are you talking about geographic location? Are you talking about your ideal audience? Are you talking about what's in that piece of content? And you should worry less about the algorithms, even though they matter, but just more about producing good, consistent content. Education. Think about posting on all these platforms. You're educating the consumer. Whether it's about the home buying or selling process, new laws that go into effect, that affect homeowners, local businesses, local hiking, schools. Right? The content is unlimited. If you guys ever get stuck with content, email me, justin@rocktitle.com, and I will send you 111 pieces of content ideas for you, for your specific market. Unlimited content. There's not a shortage of content. Again, we talk about this a lot, but this is how you can dominate 2024, is being more active, more consistently active. The more you use these platforms, the better they are going to treat you and put you in front of your ideal audience. Don't just check that box, okay? We have to put a little bit more effort and thought into the content we're actually putting. And again, think about education. Some realtors do the funny thing and they do, the trends and all that stuff, which is good, right? Because you get a lot of trend. But education to the consumer is by far going to get you in front of your ideal audience, right? It's going to get more people into that ecosystem. Things to think about across all your social media platforms: your brand message, okay? Your media and graphics that you're uploading, your logos, your color palette. Are you consistent across the board? Do you know your color palettes? Do you have a personal logo that you're using? Create a branding kit, a little folder on your computer that has your headshots, your fonts, your color codes, your everything, right? Everything is in there for your branding. Content marketing is simply just producing more educational content that you can put out to these platforms. And of course, with everything in life, consistency is key. All right, I'm gonna skip some of these so that we can, I know we're, Facebook for real estate agents, okay? I always get asked, personal account versus business page or group. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. Your personal account and business page are gonna get between 2 to 4% engagement. Okay, so again, it's not you, it's the algorithm. It's just how it is, 2 to 4% engagement. So when we're talking about, I go over here, just to give you guys that visual. Okay, and I'm on Target. They've got 23 million likes and 22 million followers, and their post gets 187 or 409 or 215. It's not you, it's the algorithm. Okay, worry less about the likes, comments, and all that, and more about the content. Okay, same with Nike. Coming through here, they've got how many? 38 million followers, 44,000. It's a lot. Don't get me wrong. That's a big number, but it's not proportionate. It's absolutely not proportionate. Remember the good old days when all these platforms were chronological order, and then that went away, and then we had something called the algorithm, and now they're putting the content in front of us that they think that we want to see, and they're pretty accurate sometimes. But just know it's not proportionate with those numbers in there. So your personal account and your business page on Facebook are going to get 2 to 4% engagement. Now, if you put a link in that caption, that goes down to 1% or less. 1% or less. So think about that next time that you're creating a post and you're saying, check out my new listing, and you're putting a link in there. Think about putting the link in the comments instead of the actual post. Okay? Because if you put it in the actual post, the problem is these platforms want users to stay on there as long as possible. And so, when you put a link on there, they're going to kind of, not blacklist you, but they're going to give you less reach. They're going to push it out less because they don't want people to actually click on that and go to another platform. They want them to stay on there. So next time you want to post a link with your content or your post, maybe put it in the comments and see if that helps a little bit. Personal versus Facebook page, you've got to have both in a sense. Your personal account's always going to get more engagement than your business page. It's just how it is. Business page is still necessary because it's another storefront, helps your SEO, helps your ranking, and also allows you to do targeted ads based on geographic location. So still recommend it. Groups are actually the best currently built-in algorithms. So when I talk about hashtags or links and all that stuff on your personal business page, that actually does not affect groups. So virtually your post in a group, when I say group, you can create your own group for your past clients, or you could be everything Summerlin, everything Las Vegas, or whatever it is, okay, instead of your traditional business page. Your engagement and your reach will be in the 90%. It's much higher in groups. So something to consider there in 2024 to kind of build that out. Again, maybe it's a group of everything Las Vegas or whatever it is with your name on it, and you post in there like school updates, new business location updates, anything that has to do with them. It's not just buy and sell with me. It's anything that is affected, new, or changed in your local market. And of course, you just want to make sure you fill out everything possible if they give you a spot for it.
Justin,
I don't want to keep you guys too long, so I'm going to try to get through this.
Do you recommend commenting in groups through your business account or through your personal?
So if it's your own group that you created, I would just respond. You know how you can switch the profiles? I'd respond as the group, and it's going to show your name as the group admin or owner in that post. If you're going to comment on posts in other groups that aren't yours in there, I would recommend posting it honestly in your personal as opposed to the business, because you're less likely going to get kicked out or banned from that group, right, in there. So I would do that, and then you can always DM them directly that way as well in there. But I would do it as your personal account if it's somebody else's group. If it's a group you own, like it's Justin Taylor, Everything Las Vegas, then I would respond or whatever as the group admin owner. And it will have your name on there. Good question. Instagram for real estate agents.
Hey, Justin.
Same thing, personal account or creator account.
Hey, Justin, it's Tim. Hey. Good morning. 5-10 more minutes, maybe? We're good?
Yes.
Can we?
I'll wrap it up here.
Okay. And then let them know at the end about what on Rock University they should start accessing right away to help them with what you've been talking about today. Okay?
Okay,
Cool.
Sounds good. So Instagram, same thing. We've talked about this a lot, right? It's another major platform. It's visual. We're a visual service industry. I recommend the creator account because you get more analytics. You get to see demographics, all that good stuff. Plus, you can run ads just like the same. I always get, should I have a personal one and a business one? You can. I don't recommend it because if you're like me, I'm already overwhelmed, right? I don't need another account or another platform to keep up on. It's okay to mix personal with business. We're not airing out dirty laundry, of course, right? But we are, if you're posting a photo of the kids at the pumpkin patch or whatever it is, that is gold. That is gold content that you can be having in there. It's a very human business. In 2024, in 2023 going forward in general, it's a very human business. People want to learn and see more about your life, a day in the life, all that good stuff. So don't be afraid to mix the two. And of course, keywords and hashtags we already spoke about. LinkedIn, one of the oldest social media platforms. They celebrated 20 years, I believe, this year, which is phenomenal. Huge SEO power, one of the most underutilized platforms. If you notice, if you ever Google yourself, LinkedIn pops up typically in the first three. If not the first three, the first page. A lot of times it will pop up before your website. So a huge amount of SEO power there. And the best platform to organically target, market, and grow your referral business. Connect with agents in other markets that are moving there. California, Washington, Illinois, Texas, and Colorado are even moving to Vegas and Phoenix. So leverage that platform. If you're not leveraging it, you're missing out on a lot of SEO power. Google Business Profiles, I could talk about Google Business Profiles for days. Probably the most important online location you can have. This is the best source for organic seller leads. I'm not saying paid, I'm saying organic seller leads, your Google Business Profiles. You want to make sure that's optimized. You can always go to our YouTube channel and see how you can do that. But your Google Business Profiles are starting to gain more traffic than your actual website. That's how powerful they are, okay? So if you're not leveraging that, you take one thing away from today, it's to go all in on your Google Business Profile. 2, second largest search engine in the world, highly recommend video content. This is a stat from NAR, National Association of Realtors. 51% of home buyers choose YouTube as their #1 research platform. 51% of home buyers choose YouTube as their #1 research platform. I'm not telling you this just for a little shock. I'm telling you this for 2 reasons. 1, to start making video content. And 2, change your language when you're talking to homeowners and sellers and say, hey, Mr. and Ms. Seller, I just want you to know, I invest in video marketing and a video walkthrough tour because 51% of home buyers go to YouTube as their #1 research platform. So I want to make sure we capture all of that buyer pool and drive more traffic to your listing. You're already standing out. Agents just aren't talking about that. So think about that too. Change your messaging and language, whether you're posting on social media or talking to somebody in person. And then of course your real estate directories, Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, all those. Again, these are all free. They have an enormous following and amount of traffic every single month, and they give you a free platform, a profile, so that you can go in and leverage that SEO power that they get. All right, and you've got to take action. Okay, did you know that 92% of people, they consume, but they actually don't take action? I don't want you guys to be part of that 92%. I know Summerlin is in that 8% who's actually going to take something from today or anything that you guys learn and actually implement it into your business. So I'm going to open it up to questions real quick, and I will navigate over to Rock you. Any questions? I know I went long. I apologize.
It's okay.
You did great. You did great.
Good stuff, Justin.
Yes, you did great.
I appreciate you guys. Again, just like Tim said, rockuniversity.com or onerockstars.com. You can get there through your one login. VIP all access. I would highly recommend you come in here and start taking advantage of these social posts that are already done for you. It's less about content is important, right? But consistency. So take some of these pieces in here, make them your own. 98% of the work's been done for you, and then you can start posting them. One thing that's coming, maybe by the end of the year, but one of my goals in 2024 is to put Reels templates in here, YouTube short templates in here, TikTok templates in here, all educational based within our industry. So I'm going to add those in hopefully by the end of the year. But I'm going to keep adding more and more content in here for you guys to be able to take advantage of and leverage. And real quick, the last piece, the video library takes you to our YouTube channel, or you can just go to youtube.com/rockuniversity. And this little search icon button here can search anything. So if you want to search your Google business profile, you type in Google, 7 Essentials, make your Google business profile work for you, masterclass, how to set it up, how to optimize it, all that stuff. We have over 130 videos on here. Social media, if you want to learn more about how you take advantage of LinkedIn, type in LinkedIn and we got you covered. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be, we've got you in there.
Nice.
I appreciate you guys so much, and I can't wait to be back
Justin
there.
Taylor, everybody. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. And are you definitely coming into town next month? Is that the plan?
I am. So I'll email you and Susan, and we can get something on the books
Excellent.
in person.
All right, Justin, man, I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Take care, guys, everyone. We're seeing you at Escrow very soon.
All right, gang, sit tight for a little bit longer. I just want to put up something here that, so you guys take a peek at real quick. Sign up for free. No, we don't want to. All of you should know who Roy is. Roy Shetred. He's besides a really cool guy. He's probably one of our top 10 agents in the office. We're in the whole company. And if you guys remember what we did for Ukraine was amazing. Like I said, with the boxes, and I handed out this. So all of you should have this already. We beat you over the head with it 14 different ways in the last 8 days since we started it. But he's doing a phenomenal job. All those boxes out there, he got them. I mean, I think we've done a few, right? I mean, I did one, Suzanne did one, but Roy's done the other 300. Unbelievable. So Roy's going to come up, talk a little bit about this passion that he has to help out the kids in Israel, and hopefully everyone will jump on the bandwagon. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's Roy. Come on, big fella. Don't cry, okay? Let's go. Come on, deep breath.
I'll try.
I know.
Okay, my name is Roy. We've worked with One Group for about 2.5, 3 years right now. 3 years, and I saw what we did for Ukraine about 2 years ago. It was very powerful. I saw some videos of kids extremely happy, and it makes a lot of difference. I grew up in Israel. I served the IDF. I came here when I was 21, and I wanted to read up and show you some stuff, and I'm not going to do that. I want you to have a good day, so I'm not going to do that, but I will tell you one story at the end. I want to say that we didn't get a lot of boxes from Realty One Group. For Ukraine, we got about 35,000 from what Kuba said, and we didn't get enough. Everything is here up front, maybe a few, I want to say, but very few came from Realty One Group. All the rest I collected myself. Thank God I know a lot of good people. For example, I have a close friend at Nelly's auction, one of the partners, and he donated about 2,000 toys for this cause, which is amazing. I collected myself about 3,000 boxes, but it's not enough. It's really not even a small community by Gaza on our side, and it's just not enough. So I'm really asking you, it can be, you just take.
Only toy can be like clothes and stuff.
It can be very, at this point, they need everything.
Right.
I hear the stories. You gotta remember that the few survivors that we had from the Gaza envelope around Gaza on that side, they left with nothing.
Right.
It's just them. Everything was burned. They have no clothes. They have no deodorant, shampoo. They have nothing. So anything helps. We're not gonna do food items, and we're not gonna do battery operated. Those give us problems with custom, but also nothing that has sound. I don't know if you know some of the stories, but they had to sit in the shelter, which is I want to say maybe 7 by 7. Maybe they're gonna be there for months and months. And we had some cases when the terrorists were inside the house and they heard them playing, and the rest. So we need to take a box, fill it with it. As I said, they need everything. So it can be from 0 to 14, 15 years of age. It can be food. It can be baby bottles. It can be toys, stuffed animals.
It has gotta be kosher food, so.
No food.
No food.
No.
food.
It has to be small, it has to be.
It's gotta fit in that box.
To fit in the box.
Yeah.
Coloring books, stuff like that.
Yes, everything that's gonna keep them quiet. Again, they gotta stay quiet and calm as much as possible. But I will, I will tell you one story, if I'm allowed. A lot of, my wife's family have many pairs of twins, and I can never have twins because my wife is a twin. And her second cousin lives in Kfar Aza, which is a little kibbutz, really close. Like you can see from her front door, you can see Gaza. And really, small amount of people survived from that kibbutz. That's really small, from small town. And, you know, they have a 10-month-old twins. And when they heard, you have to remember that in that shelter room, you have no reception. So they didn't know what's going on. They couldn't communicate really, and it's like a bunker. So after they heard the gunshots, and they ran to the small shelter room. And every house has one in Israel. You know, that's our reality. And they were sitting there with the twins for 14 hours. And after 14 hours, it was kind of quiet. So, you know, she went to get their bottles, and she got shot and murdered. And then her husband heard it because the door was open. He ran outside, and he protected the door with the two babies, and he got murdered as well. And this is them. They survived. They were there for 29 hours, and they didn't even cry. I'm sure they were hungry. They didn't eat for over a day. Their babies. And
Thank you. This is really. What do you last day?
When's the last?
24th.
Next Tuesday, next Wednesday?
We're gonna do another day because it's
It may continue.
waking up. So
Right.
again,
So-
any small box will help.
I got a question, Roy. Is the box per like individual child, or could that box be for multiple children?
You
Or
can do mix. You can do just write what's inside. Let's say one bottle, one stuffed animal, two coloring books, whatever it is.
Okay.
Put in a label. See how it says boys, or it says a little note. And today we have, I don't know if you're familiar with IAC, which is the Israeli American Council. They gave me the whole place, the whole clubhouse, and we're gonna bring all the kids from Scouts,
Israeli Scouts.
and they're gonna wrap it for them and maybe write notes and whatnot to make it as nice as possible. And we got a lot of stuff that came in bags too, and we're gonna put them in boxes. I have a lot of donations of empty boxes. I went to every single post in Facebook Marketplace and all of those that collected the free, all around town, all the free shoe boxes that I can. I gave them to others in school. And there is, so I just want to ask one thing, please. Many of the donations that we received, also Kuba told me that, came from schools and churches. So if anybody can reach out, if you have a point of contact in one of the churches, and tell them what we're doing, I can send you the flyer. And they don't even have to just have it. They don't need to move it. They don't need to ship it. I will come. I have many guys that want to help. We're gonna come with you. I'll pick it up after a few days when they're ready to go. And that's all I need. I just need to spread the word out, please. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Roy.
Do you need the items to be lightweight for cheaper shipping, or does it not matter as well going on a plane?
If it fits in the box and it's
Okay.
not gonna break the bottom of the box when you pick it up,
Right.
we'll take it. Okay? And go up front, look at some of the boxes, what's written on them, to give you an example. So if you have a box of Barbie dolls, put girl on there, so they know to give it to a girl, you know what I'm getting at?
You can say like a toddler boy or like a baby girl, or it's just easier. We don't want to open each one in Israel. It's gonna take forever. And we want to get, because everything should be about the same size. We don't want one kid to get this big and one brother or a neighbor to get something. And again, thank you so much, brother.
Roy, good job, man. Thank you, thank you. Charlie? Next Tuesday, next Wednesday, maybe.
24th. If it's gonna be the 25th, then you have a box. I will tell everybody. Thank you, guys.
Hey, gang, real quick.
I have some boxes in my car if you need.
But yeah,
Thank
I
you,
need a
bosses.
box.
No, you know what?
Just bring in the toys.
It's
Don't worry about the
really
box.
hard for him to get boxes, so ask other people for boxes. He's
Shoe
planning
boxes.
this whole thing. It's just a shoe box. It's very hard to find
there's
shoe
probably a
boxes.
few in your closet.
But if you really need,
Yes. I mean, the
I'll
last
figure it
thing
out.
we want him to worry about is finding a shoe box.
Okay, but if you don't have a shoebox, don't not bring the toys. Bring the toys in a paper bag. I don't care, bring them in a garbage bag. bring the toys. We'll find boxes somehow, okay? So this is our chance to do the right thing, guys. Our industry gets pissed on all the time that we're not good at the people, and, our reputation is in the toilet, and we're greedy realtors, we make all this money. Let's all do the right thing. Everybody just bring in a box or two, or bring in a bunch of toys in a bag. Roy will take it from there. He has all those things up, if you go out there, there's all these bags where people didn't have a shoebox, but they brought them in anyway. Trust me, we'll find shoe boxes. That'll be the least of our. But I hope you got something from Justin today. He was phenomenal, as always.
Yeah.
Okay? And one last thing, who's going to the luncheon tomorrow at LVR? Okay, we have 3 tables, 10 people to a table. Rumor has it we have 50 Realty One agents signed up. So if you want to sit with us, get there early. Okay? And if you get there early, don't say, oh, I'm saving these 8 seats for my friends. No, we're not doing that. No, you get there, that's your seat. You're not saving it for everybody else, so it's fair is fair. So, doors open at 10:30 tomorrow. For all the vendors, I think 11:30 is when you can actually sit down for the luncheon, so.
It's
Act accordingly.
35 and then they credit you on your.
Yeah, you can't register, it's too late to register. If you didn't sign up, you can't go. Sorry, okay? It's been publicized for 2 months now, so. But you get your $35 back, so you should show up. And if you stay for the CE class, you get a free CE class with JC Melvin. So I'm gonna stay for the CE class too. So, just an idea. All right, gang, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you.